Second. Aye.
All opposed? Approval of the minutes for December 8th, 2025 meeting.
Move to approve.
Second. We got a motion and a second. You should have all received copies. Any questions, comments before the vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And we turn to Sherri for an update on your findings on your priority dispatch stuff.
So we've been working on the priority dispatch project. I'm still waiting to hear back from Jeff Ehrlich with Tri-County Bank. We did speak with Jeff Peters, and he does recommend a 5-year plan for paying for the priority dispatch software. So we're still just kind of trying to finalize all of that. I did hear from Jeff Friday afternoon, wanted some more information. So I think I will probably hear from him today or tomorrow. As far as locution goes, we've hit several hurdles, but we think we've got those ironed out. We have 2 meetings this afternoon, one with locution and then one with caliber, because we've had some issues with the CAD speaking to the locution system. And done a lot of testing. Scott can attest to that as well. They still working on building the recommendations, so when we go live, hopefully in the next couple weeks, it'll be generic recommendations, if that makes sense to everyone. We're anxious to get the real recommendations built so we can kind of put this to sleep, even though you never really do, because you have to maintain it all the time. But yeah, it's coming along. It's taken longer than we had anticipated, but we're getting there.
Do we have an estimation of that end date?
For the true recommendations to be built, we're waiting on all the fire departments.
Okay.
And then we're waiting on the consultants to get that done behind the scenes and to come to Crawfordsville to show us how to do it.
Okay. Chief, you got anything to add?
No, I know they reached out to us a week or 2 ago wanting the truck recommendations again, which we gave it to before, but they're still trying to build on that. So.
Okay. All right. Sherri, on that priority dispatch, when you hear back from Jeff, would you mind sending the board an email in reference to his findings or his recommendations?
Yes.
Okay. And as Sherri said, we did speak to Jeff Peters, myself, and Dave Hunt, and Sherri, and Tom sat in with us because he thought we were going to try to get into his money a little bit. He was a little worried about that, but Jeff did recommend, with all the unknowns and the things that's going on in the legislature, that we do go with the 5-year plan, even though we're never, try not to do the funding through overtime if we don't have to, but we think that's the safest way to approach it and the best way to move forward with the unknowns coming in the next 2 to 3 years of what they're going to actually do with these differences in taxes, whether they're going to lump everything into one fund as far as the PSAP and public safety and so on and so forth. So that was his recommendation. And then the whole part about Tri-County one is we went through them to fund the radios, and they had a lot better interest rate than what we could get through the radio vendor. So we're hoping to see the same thing with the priority dispatching in that. And so we're waiting to hear back from them.
The only other thing I would add is that the radios pay off in May of 28.
Yep.
So we wouldn't have that, probably a year and a half of dual payments for the radio and the priority dispatch software. So
Yep.
we were relieved to hear that as well.
And the 26 amount is already budgeted for 26, so it's not anything on top of what's already in the budget. And priority dispatch was generous enough to extend our quote date because it had expired from the time we talked about it back in November. So they did extend that with the same amount as what they quoted us back in November. Any questions for Sherri on either the priority dispatch or the locution? Okay. You should have all received the financial report. I would entertain a motion to acknowledge the financial report.
So moved.
I'll I'll second. We have a motion, a second. All in favor, acknowledging financial report, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Any questions on the financial report or financials in general? I know it's early, but everything going okay?
Yes, I believe so. We also have 3 new hires. The last of the 3 started today. One started 3 weeks ago and one started last week, so we're excited about that. We still have 1 opening, but we do have our part-timer that we're utilizing. She's finishing sophomore year at ISU and has moved home and is doing second semester online, so we're utilizing her at nighttime. So that's going well thus far also.
Anything in general, any other questions for Sherri? All right. Any other business?
I don't believe so.
Good? Anybody? Chief? All right. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. We're adjourned. Thank you.